oxygen.
Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, all of those things. The light is terrible for this camera. What is going on? I don't even know. I need to get him his own personal ring light or something. Block the window light. I don't know. Hello, how is everybody? Nat was here, is here, might be here, or might be biking to work. Thank you very much, Wanderer, for your 13-month subscription. What? What's going on here? Nothing's going on here. Everybody here is sweet and innocent, very well behaved. Nobody does nothing. All hail the most pissed Lord Tux, indeed. Oh, you're having hummus, Brekkie. Yummy, yummy. Napsa won't be there for much longer. Hello, Draven. Hello, DC. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you've all had a fabulous weekend. Are you really already? Can you not? Can you stay there? Bye. Tux is most unimpressed. We had a visitor and they stayed most of the day. How dare. Visitor was my mother, who stayed because her car was in getting its rego renewal check done. Came over here because it's closer. He doesn't like people that aren't me. Tux and Mia have similar opinions on visitors, maybe so. Maybe so. So yes, even though it's her and he knows her, still not happy. Are you? I still need to get a different coloured fabric to put behind him so that you can actually see him. Contrast is a thing. Yes. I hope you're all well. Hey, pal. I didn't say hello. I read your message, but I didn't say hello. Because I'm a rude, obnoxious, horrible human being. Hey, what if I do this? Shine my torch on you? That light you up? Make you squint at me. So today, we're playing a keymailer game that is... It's a logic game, really. And it's a bit like... Oh, what's it called? Anyway, it's one of those you have to... that give you the number of rows and the number of columns, and you have to figure out where the things go game. I'll show you in a minute. We won't play it for very long. It is exactly the kind of puzzle game that I enjoy playing when I don't want to brain too hard. It doesn't take much brain. Okay, he's gone. It takes a little bit of brain, but not too much brain for me. So we're going to play that for a half hour or so. And then we are going to play more Planet Crafter, where people are welcome to join me in the game if they so wish. So yeah, thank you very much to Keymailer for the key for game. It's called Tents and Trees. It's not new at all. Let's get you some info on that. I think it's been out for 4 or 5 years. But it's a cute little game. Oh, hang on, no, it says coming, April 24. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is new release. Oh, interesting. Why did I think it had been out for a while? Maybe it's been in early access or something. Let me just have another quick look here. Oh, that's right. Keymailer search is not working. Keymailer is just not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, no, it is. It's being released on the 24th. Let me just make sure that I am... Okay, I am allowed to play it before. Good, excellent. Woohoo! That would have been a bit nasty. Okay, it's coming out in a couple of days. You can find it on Steam and various other places like, I think it's on GOG. Yeah, it's on Good Old Games. Apparently it's on Switch. And it's on Epic, so it's going to be everywhere. I don't know what the price point's going to be on release. I wonder if Steam will tell me. What am I showing you? Oh, the game? Yes, we will in a minute. Oh, there you go. There's a demo available on Steam if you would like to grab the demo. And it does not tell me how much it's going to be on release. I'm honestly not sure whether the key I've been issued is for the full game or the demo. Either way, we're going to play it a little bit because it's exactly the kind of puzzle game that I enjoy. So this is the game over here. $4.99 Canadian on Switch right now. Okay, so it's probably going to be a similar price point on Steam. Oh, you found the Rainbow Cave in Planet Crafter yesterday. Yes, Periapsis was showing me, or you were showing me, or Pal was showing me, or Void was showing me. Void was showing me. That's who it was. Somebody was showing me. I haven't actually found it myself, but Void was showing it to me. It is beautiful. We'll have to go have a look-see. When we get on Planet Crafter later. Hey Salsa, how you doing? So yes, this is the game. We will start back at the first one. I have already done a couple because I wanted to play it. So we'll go back on the first one. So this is the game here, right? So you have to, each tree has to have one tent placed beside it. And the numbers on the side of the row or on the column tells you how many tents should be in that row, right? You guys have all seen games like this. So we can just go through the zeros and say, well, there's no tents there. Which means that there has to be a tent there. Which means there can't be one there because they can't touch each other. So that means there has to be one there. Can't be one there. Can't be one there. Which leaves me with one here, and one here. Done. Nonogram. I knew there was a word. Sound on low every time you check back. It's another commercial non-stop. It's ridiculous. I don't have pre-roll commercials, Facile Rod, so I don't know what you're watching, but it ain't my fault. However, I do know when I'm watching other streamers who do have pre-rolls, if you go away to another tab or something to try and not have to watch them, they reload, so you have to actually watch the ads. The progression in the game now is interesting. TI goes up fast, exploration goes slower for you. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, travel safe to work. I love this kind of puzzle game, yeah. Also, if Facile Rod is stuck in ads, he won't have heard. It will not have heard me. But yeah, we don't have pre-rolls here, so not sure why that would be happening for you. Alright, so we're going to play a few levels of this, see how we go. But yes, I have already done a couple of the levels just to see how it goes. So that belongs to that, which means there has to be one there, so there can't be one there or there, so there has to be one there, so there can't be one there, so there has to be one there. There are Steam achievements, I've noticed. So this is 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which means that tent belongs to that tree, and that tent belongs to that tree. Okay. I do like the music. It's quite cute. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay, so you can see the link between them. That's very interesting. Huh. Adding to your wish list. Excellent. Yeah, I love these kinds of games. I play these games on my phone quite a lot. So that can't be one there. That has to be one if that needs two. So these can't be one. That's not one, and that is one. Oh, I got an achievement for manually placing a link. Oh, there you go. Ooh. Okay. Well, what else can I eliminate? That's not one, that's not one, that's not one, that's not one. That's not one. So these both are, which means those aren't, and that's not. Which means that is, which means that's not, which means that is, which means those aren't, which means that is. There we go. Let me know if you would like me to walk you through my thinking a little bit more slowly than that. I am happy to do so. Because for all that it is timing me, I'm not actually in a hurry. That's not one, and that's not one. Those aren't. Alright, where does that leave me? So, you posted a cute logic game in my Discord. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. I do like logic games. As long as I can understand the logic. That seems to be the key thing, is can you actually understand the logic? That belongs to that, which means that belongs to that, which means that's not a thing. That has to be a thing, so that's not a thing. Which means that has to be a thing, which means that's not a thing. There we go. Oh, we can eliminate quite a few straight off the bat. Okay. Means that is one, which means those aren't one. What are you doing, Muggins? So that has to be one, and that has to be one. But yeah, I love these kinds of games. I play this, and I play, yeah, the picture versions on my phone every day. I enjoy them a lot. That can't be, so those both have to be. That can't be. Whoops, nope, those both have to be. That links to that, so that can't be. That already has one, so there we go. That already has one, so there we go. These are definitely the training wheels levels. One and both of those. I have Dolph Romantic. Yes, I do. I have played it quite a bit. Hello, Avron. Pseudocats is a good, cute Sudoku game. Nice. Yeah, I do have Dolph Romantic actually. And I've played it. A bit. It's my favorite game. It's my go-to game when I'm doing D&D or something like that, where my focus actually needs to be on something else at least some of the time. Dolph Romantic, there's no time limits. There's no, you don't have to pause the game or anything. So that's sort of like my idle game in a way. Okay, so we have now unlocked some more difficult. No, not more difficult. How do I get more difficult ones? Easy. They're all easy. All right, well, I guess we'll go through them one by one. Why not? Ah, this is a bigger grid. I see. So both of you. Both of you, which means you, and you, and you. All their games have been good. I don't think I know them off the top of my head, but that does sound rather good. That won't be one. That won't be one, that won't be one, and that won't be one. You need two, so it's those ones. Whoops. You need two, so not you. You need two, so not you. So far we haven't had more than two in a row. There we go. Now we've got a three. So 1, 2, 3. Hard to go wrong with cat-based games as a cat lover. Indeed. We are playing a game next Monday, where we play as a cat character. You guys are gonna love it. And yes, I am planning ahead. I know. Who even am I? 2, 3. 3. I don't know why that was still even an option. 1 there. And there we go. Hey, Mana. Good morning. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Happy Monday. Well, I mean, is Monday ever happy? Squirt the cat. Do I need to squirt the cat, or are you going to behave? That's not one. That means both of those are. And that has to be, so that's not. None of these are. And that's not. So that has to be, so that's not. Because that has to be. So those both have to be, and that's not. There we go. Whose head are you planning? What? What you talking about, Wallace? Oh, planning ahead. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I get it. You don't know how this works? I can explain it to you. So the numbers at the top tell you how many tents. So each tree has to have one tent parked next to it. The numbers at the top tell you how many tents are in the row, are in the column. And the numbers on the left tell you how many tents are in the row. So this column needs to have 3 tents in it, and this row needs to have only 1 tent in it. So you use logic and a process of elimination to figure out where the tents have to go in order for all of those numbers to be true. There are rules. The tents cannot touch each other diagonally like this, so I can't have 2 tents like that. That's illegal. That's not a legal move. They can't be next to each other, they can't be touching in any way. And they have to be north, south, east, or west of the tree. So the tent for this tree is not going to be here. In fact, this is definitely not a tent because there's nowhere that isn't a diagonal that could conceivably be linked to it. Same is true there and there. So it's logic and process of elimination to figure out where the tents must be. And it's not really related to Sudoku, really. I mean, I guess in a certain way of looking at it, it could be. This one's actually a little bit more difficult. Okay, this row here is going to be my starting place because it has to have 2 tents in it. But there's only 1 tree, even though there's 2 potential spaces here, there's only 1 tree, which means one of these is a tent, which means this is a tent. But I don't know whether this is a tent linked to this tree or to this tree yet. So now that I've placed the tent here, I know that there can't be a tent here or here, which means this tree here is either associated with this tent or there could be a tent here. But this tent here, this tree rather here, only has 1 space that can have a tent in it. So this has to be a tent. And if this is a tent, then neither the one above it nor below it can possibly be a tent. And that means this tree has only 1 space in which it can have a tent. So that is a tent. This tree has only 1 space, so that has to be a tent. And because that's a tent, this is not a tent, because they can't be next to each other, right? This row has to have 2 tents in it, which means this is a tent, which means this links here, and this links here, which means this is not a tent. This game seems very intense. It's really simple once you learn how the logic works. So this column has to have 3 tents in it. It's already got 1, and there's only 2 potential spaces, so they both have to be tents. This row can only have one tent in it. It already has one tent in it, so this can't be a tent, which means this has to be a tent. It's logic and the process of elimination. So I'll walk you through it a bit more than I have been. Oh, intense. Right, I get it. Yep, did go right over my head. You spelt it wrong. If you want me to get it immediately, you've got to spell it the other way. So, this one's 0. No tents here. This one's 0. No tents here. This one's 0. No tents here. This isn't attached to a tree, so no tent there. Same here. This could be potentially be a tent. This could be, this could be, this could be, this can't. This could be, and this has to be, because it's the only place for this tree to have a tent. This column needs 3, so these are both tents. One or the other of this is a tent. We don't know which yet. This has to be this tent, which means this has to be this tent, which means this is not a tent. So that means both this and this have to be a tent in order for this one to have 2. This one now has 2. And this tent is associated with this tree, so this is not 1. This row needs 1 tent, so that has to be that tree's tent. But that doesn't mean that this one is not a tent, because it still could be the tent belonging to this tree, right? And in fact it is, because this row needs 3. So that is that tree's tent. But that means this is not a tent, which means this is a tent. That's how it works. Zero on that one. 0 on that one. No trees anywhere around for those. Or that. So that has to be 1 because this needs 1. But that means this tree has a tent, so that's not 1. That's not near a tree. This row needs 2, so that is 1. This column only has 1 tent, which means those are not 1. This column only has 1 tent, so 1 or the other of these is a tent. What else can we eliminate? This one, so here's another one. This one requires 2 tents, right? But they can't be touching each other. So even though there's 3 potential spaces, the fact that you need 2 tents means that they have to be here and here, because they can't be touching each other. But that also means that this tree has a tent, so this isn't one. And this tree has a tent, so that isn't one. This tree can only have a tent here now. So that is 1, so this one can't be 1. So both of these are tents. 0. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Also no. Also no. Right. Where does that leave me? This one's getting slightly more challenging, isn't it? There's nothing immediately obvious. Okay. Okay, this one has to be here. Can't be anywhere else. Which means this one has to be here. Can't be anywhere else. Which means this isn't one. This tree has to be here. So now we've done these. This row only has 1 tent, so this isn't one. This row has to have 1 tent, so this is 1 because this isn't 1 because this one already has 1 tent. Now where are we? That's not 1, which means that has to be 1, which means that can't be 1, so both of those are. Hey Veru! It is a cute little logic game that I grabbed from Keymailer. It's coming out on various platforms on Wednesday. And I love this kind of game. This is my kind of logic. This logic makes sense to me. Okay. Well, that has to be one. So these can't be. That has to be one. And that has to be one. That therefore can't be. What else? This one needs 3 and that can't be 1. So this and this are. So that's not. And that's not. This one is. Therefore that can't be. So that has to be and that has to be. Can explain it to me with exclusionary set theory? No, it's fine. I understand it just fine. You had to do work, but the game you posted in Discord is where you solve logical deduction grids to help animals fix up their town in the form of tiny dioramas. Oh, that sounds adorable. But yeah, this if the price point on Switch is anything to go by, it's only going to be it'll be less than 10 American dollars when it comes out in a couple of days. So if you like this kind of logic, or you would like to learn how to do this kind of logic, this might be a good one to pick up. It does sound like my jam, you're right. Okay. Where does my process of elimination leave me here? Nothing immediately stands out. Okay. Well, that has to be one. Okay, so there's one. Tents need to be adjacent to trees, yes, and they have to be on the horizontal or vertical, no diagonal, so north, south, east, or west only. Tents can't touch other tents, even diagonally. Set theory requires caffeine. Oh, hello. There's not really anywhere good for me to put him, is there? I can put him... Actually, yes, there is. I can put him over here. There we go. You're wondering how I was excluding some of the starting squares. Yeah, so if their only contact is diagonal, then it's not a location. So the basic premise behind this is that every single tree on the board requires a tent next to it. This has to be here. Yeah. So that can't be there, which means that has to be there. So that can't be there. Hang on, that tree, that belongs there, that belongs there, that belongs there. So that means that has to be one for that tree. So we can't have tents in any of those places. That has to be there, can't be one there. So that has to go there. There we go. When a dwarf's ever obedient, this is true. Joven's doing fine. You're meeting up with an ex-colleague for coffee. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds really lovely. Okay, now where am I? You are, which means so are you. And so are you, so you're not. So you both are. You are not, so you are. So you're not, you are. No? Highlighted tree. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I messed something up. Ah. There we go. It's like Sudoku meets Minesweeper. Yeah. People, yeah, chat earlier have associated with both Sudoku and Minesweeper. I'm actually surprised that this style of logic game is new to people because I've been playing it on my mobile for I don't know how long. It is such good fun, and once you understand the logic, it's actually really simple. It's logic and process of elimination. Okay, now where are we? Oh. It looks a lot more enjoyable than reading proofs about set compactness. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Please don't explain it to me. Maths has never been a strong suit of mine. Well, actually, that's a lie. I used to be in advanced maths. But, I don't know how that happened. Okay, so where are the links? There, 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 there. Yeah, I was in advanced maths in high school. Couldn't tell you why. Could not tell you why. Explain it to me. Just let you go to bed first. You hate set compactness almost as much as you hate programming set algorithms. Oh, now available hard levels. Woohoo! All right, let's can I go back to menu? How do I get to hard? Ah! Shall I have a go at a hard one? You were the opposite. You avoided math like the plague, ended up taking loads of it in uni, and now you read math stuff for fun. Okay. You wish you could explain it, but this last unit on the compactness and completely of sets and metric spaces is the first maths in your life that's been consistently going over or around your head. Aha! You're not going to be a topologist. Fair enough. Alright, I'm going to have a go at a difficult one. See how we go. Use the health button if you're stuck. Okay. Okay. So, first we eliminate where they can't possibly be. Leave me. Nothing obvious. Okay. Three trees in that row. Three trees in that row. Okay. Yeah, there's 3 trees in all of the rows that need 2. is a hard one. You've got a PGC program slated for fall, so you'll be training to be a secondary school math teacher. Oh, that's fantastic. Just the actual motivation you've had to get through it. That's awesome, Veru. I'm really, really excited for you. That'll be awesome. Okay. I just need to see one face to get me started. And I think it's probably going to be up here. So this tree has to be either here or here. Which then means this tree is here or here. No, that still doesn't help me, does it? You desperately want to live in a world where more adults are logically capable. We'll see what happens when that's not the case. Yeah, see, depends on how you're applying the logic and what premise you're starting with as well. Alright. What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? Okay, so this tree has to be above or below, which means this is one of the tents. We don't know which one. Same over here. If it's this one, then it can't be that one, and therefore it has to be these two. Okay, so these two are either this and this, or this and this? Not necessarily. No. That's a false assumption. You fell into comp sci as your degree and you were shocked to learn you adore high-level maths, so hopefully you can inspire minds like yours. Yeah. Wanderer is historically, scientifically, and rhetorically literate. Math's not your strongest suit. Despite years and years of working in computers, you blame your teachers. Well, yeah. It's only partly about your aptitude, isn't it? It's about whether they can actually explain things to you in a way that you can understand. The great thing about maths is that it should train you to consider the premises as much as the logic. This is hinted at when looking at restricted domains and functions, teaching young people that sometimes the answer just can't be something. They might need to work a little harder and behind the seemingly obvious to get the actual truth, something you're excited to try and embed. Yes, critical thinking. You're sad you're losing your math. You don't use much in your programming job. Well, time to get into some hobbies. You're not feeling well, pal? All right. Thank you very much for the lurk. I hope you feel better and get some sleep. All right. I'm missing something. There has to be somewhere here that I can eliminate. All right, let's get a hint. How are they working this? All possible layouts of the highlighted row will cause the linking cell to be grass. All possible layouts of this row would make that grass. 1, 2, grass. 1, 2, grass. 1, 2, grass. Aha! There you go. That is true. So if that is grass, this column needs 1, then this tent goes here. And since we therefore have to eliminate all of the surrounding ones, this tent belongs to this tree, which means this tree's tent is here, which means this can't be 1. This column's got its 1. So this column's 1 is here. So these are not 1. So this is 1. So this is not 1. So both of these have to be. Both of these have to be. And this has to be. Do you see how if you can just unlock one, it unlocks the entire board? I mean, I didn't unlock it, I needed a hint. But if you can unlock just one, you can unlock the whole board. Okay. You there. Which means that has to be one. And that won't be. Which means that has to be one. So that can't be. So that has to be one. So that can't be. That has to be. That can't be. That's not. That is. You mean pure math as opposed to logic and critical thinking? Can you post a link? Of course. Depends on the project. Oh, in Python. Fun tricks with number theory in Python. If you're not doing high-level analytics on large discrete sets and you can't use an AI to do it for you, you don't need much math. Robotics doesn't use a lot of math anymore. Really? If you want applied mathematics, you don't like applied mathematics? It's engineering, physics, and finance. Well, your students are going to want to know why they need to learn this stuff. So you're going to want to know where it is applicable so that you can tell them. I remember that one when I was in school. But why do I need to know this shit? Most of them have to learn it to demonstrate they can think and solve problems rationally. Do you really think that means anything to a teenager? Alright, let me open that comic link in a new tab, but I won't read it right now. One, two, three. Now, which tree do you belong to? You could belong to either of them. You belong to that one, and you belong to that one. But I don't know which tree this one belongs to. So I don't know whether I can eliminate this one or not. However, I can say that that needs to be there, which means these can't be. Alright, well that answers that question. That is that tree, and that is that tree. So, if that tree does not have one, so that has to be one. And then one of these, okay. So this tree has to be this one or this one. This tree has to be this one or this one, which means this tree has to be this one or this one. This is not helping. This is not helping. Okay, so one of these is a tent. Also not helpful. Well, I say that if you solve one, you unlock the whole board. What am I missing here? So you belong there, and you belong there. Okay, if that is a tent, then that is not, and that is not. If that is a tent, then that is not, and that is not. That doesn't help me. That is a tent. That is not, and that is not. Oh no, you're welcome to backseat. That's fine. SMBC is up there with XKCD and your gold standard for nerdy webcomics. You can show them the vector curves and calculations required by game developers in graphics and animations that would give a nice, solid, yet fun application. True. Yeah, I am. You thought about using graphics design as an example of transformations and deformations of the plane when teaching Trig? Try and discourage them from the hellscape that is game development. Yeah. The one I'm hovering over. If this is a tent, then this tree doesn't have a tent. Thank you. So that belongs to that tree. That belongs to that tree, which means that belongs to that tree. Okay, so you are not. And you have to be, so you're not. And you have to be, so you're not. This column is done. This column is done. So you have to be, and this column is done. You have to be, so you can't be, so you have to be, so you both have to be. No? Oh, I messed these two up. That. Okay, so it could be that or that. This one. Has to be that. No, that doesn't work. Oh, what have I done? I need to reset. I've messed this whole top section up. I skipped something in the bottom left, did I? No. This one's got 3. This one's got none. This one's got 2. Me. No, that can't be. Okay. are we? Going into education, yes. If you're up to you, not everyone would have to take maths beyond algebra and could opt for a different logic-based module. That'd be good. Yeah. Not enough tenths in the bottom half? I don't know that that's true. Love that there are philosophy logic classes. You wish that had been available pre-uni. Yeah, that'd be nice. Symbolic logic was your favourite course you took when you first run a degree. That's the statements, yes, please. Facebook is not a book. Thank you very much for the Wanderer gift sub there. Of the U, why is the upper tent not on the left? Of the U, why is the upper tent not on the left? This tree, because this bottom row has to have 3 tenths. That was where we started. This bottom row has to have 3, and the only place where there could be any tenths are in those 3 spots. And that left this tree as only being able to have a tent here. This tree could have a tent here. Except that this row needs to have 2. You mean mirror the U? I don't know what you mean. The Wandering Earth by Lou Sixon. Directly below the second tree, second row. Yes, that could be one. No, that can't be one because there's already 2 in this row. However, can I just... How do I reset the level? There we go. Let's restart the level. Restart the level. Okay, how does this work? Every tree has to have a tent beside it. North, south, east, or west. No diagonals. The numbers at the top tell you how many tents are in the column below them. The numbers on the left tell you how many tents are in the row beside it. So it's a logic principle. Now, I can eliminate everything here because this is a 0 row. I can eliminate this because it doesn't have a tree on the adjacent field. I can eliminate this for the same reason. I can eliminate this for the same reason. Then I can eliminate these for the same reason. Also this and this and this. I can eliminate this for the same reason. Also this. And this. And this. And also this. Now, these 3 have to be tenths because they're the only place on this row that can be tenths. So this is the tent for this tree. How did I figure out which tree this tent belonged to? Hey, Liara. Last book, Murderbot Diaries. Ooh. City of Lost Chances by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Not what you expected, and a bit of a mindbender. Ooh. DC read The 3-Body Problem. Short story collection's also very good. You're partway through book 2. Everyone's reading Lou Sixon lately. Manaway has been reading Safehold. Murderbot's getting a series. You don't trust it to be good. You blame Netflix. The Netflix series was announced on a recommendation from a friend. TTBP. The 3-Body Problem. Alright, so. How did I work out which tree belonged to these tents? I'm not entirely sure how I did that, in fact. You're a fan of anything inherently queer? I don't know anything about Murderbot Diaries, but as long as the queer characters don't die at the end like all the other queer books, that would be great. You're in the middle of Gail Carriage's Tinkered Star Song trilogy. Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay. How did I decide which tree these tents belonged to? Maybe that's where I messed things up. Oh, I definitely did. Whether I was correct or not remains to be seen. Way too many queer folks to all die at the end of the book, least of all the main character. Aha! Excellent. Okay, so this tree could have a tent here or here. This tree could have a tent here or here. One of these tents belongs to this tree. How do I determine which one? Alright. I think I must have made some assumptions here that were incorrect because I don't see how I could have figured that out already. But it does mean that at least one of these trees is going to need to have a tent above it, which means this has to be grass. Either way. You were going to give some logic, but it's bad logic, so you won't. You know that in that cluster of 3, you can't have more than one be a tent. What cluster of 3? I don't know what you mean about the cluster of 3. Gal Carriger writes a lot of queer characters that don't die. Books are great. Chinese series. What did I miss? What did Draven say? Oh, was the 3-body problem good? The books are great. The Chinese series is good for TV, and surprisingly, Netflix didn't do all that bad either. Yeah, I was going to say Liara's not going to agree with you on that. They can't both have tents. They actually can both have tents. No, they can't both have tents. You're right, because... Oh, I see, because this one needs 2. So only one of these is, so therefore this one has to be. I'm with you. And we have lost the cat. So that means that that's not one. And this column needs a tent, so that has to be a tent belonging to that tree, which means that isn't one. This one needs one, so that has to be one. That can't be one. Yeah, this down here is problematical. The one that didn't have child murder. You didn't much care for the 3-body problem on Netflix. The changes they made did not come across as an improvement. Also, the child murder. Liara did not like the child murder. Noted. I would be angry about it too, especially if it was an unnecessary addition to the story. Alright, if this is a tent, then either this or this is a tent. If this is a tent, then either this or this is a tent. That doesn't help me. If this is a tent, then this is a tent. If this is a tent, then this is a tent. Also doesn't help me. One of these is a tent, one of these is a tent. Oh, hang on. Ah, this row needs 1. And it has to belong to this tree, so that is not a tent. Which means this is a tent. Oh, is that what you were just saying? Row 4 eliminates an option on row 3. Yes. So that means we've got our 1 here, so this is not. So this one is. We're still stuck down here. Either this or this is a tent. I just got your logic. It doesn't matter. Diagonal adjacency excludes 4, 2. Diagonal adjacency. Oh, what is 4, 2? Fourth row, second column. Oh, yes, it does. You're right. Yes, it does. Okay, so that means this is 1. Which means this is not. So this tree is this tent, this tree is this tent, and that is that. That one was hard. That one actually was hard. Wow. Okay. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll go to Planet Crafter. But I really like this game, guys. You do have to use your brain in the harder ones. I've found the easy ones to be very easy, but the hard ones are actually challenging, which is always a good thing. Did I do that right? I think so. Yes, yes, that yes. Wait, why is it? Oh, because 0. Okay. All right, so. What can we eliminate? Okay, so this column has to have 1 tent, and there is only one tree that can provide that tent, which means this is grass. This column needs 2 tents, and you can't have them be adjacent, which means that is a tent. So that is not. One or the other of these is a tent. And one or the other of these. So only one of these can be a tent, which means this has to be a tent. Which eliminates this one. Which means this is 1. Which eliminates this one. And this one. And this one. So that is a tent. That is your tent, that is your tent, and that is your tent. That leaves this tree with only 1 place it can have a tent, which means that is a tent, and therefore none of these are tents. And that means that this tree can only have a tent here, which means this is not a tent, and this is a tent. This column is complete, so this is not a tent, and therefore this is a tent. And this row needs 2, so therefore this has to be a tent, which means this is not a tent, which means this is a tent. Done. Oh, you had to send it to the fixie people? That's a shame. Hey, Warped! Earlier I said I had played similar games on mobile. Can I please give some suggestions in Discord when I have time? Yes, I absolutely can. If you like puzzles of various kinds of puzzles, there's a mobile game called Puzzle Page. It does have ads and stuff, but it's actually not obnoxious about it. So I play Puzzle Page quite a lot. Every day you get a series of puzzles that you can unlock. I have actually paid to subscribe to it on the odd occasion. So yeah, that one's a good one. That one's a good one. Okay, I'm going to switch us over to Planet Crafter, because I could honestly play these logic puzzles all day, but I can't imagine you guys want to watch it all day. But yeah, so that has been Tents and Trees. Thank you very much to Keymailer again for the code for that. If you guys are interested in it, chuck it on your wish list. It's being released on various platforms on the 24th of April, so it's 2 days from now. And it's not expensive, so check it out if you like the logic puzzles.